Welcome back to Earl Knows It All. And unfortunately, I've been dodging this story since when I first started the show. I tried to avoid talking about it. Of course, I started right before the playoffs. This guy came back from a suspension in the playoffs right before the season ended, Ja Morant. And now he has a second suspension pending. I try not to call people stupid. I try not to get on my soapbox because we've all made mistakes in life, right? And you never know what a person's going through. But when I originally got a text from one of my friends saying, "There's no way John Morant did this again," I had no idea what he was talking about. And I looked at the video and I couldn't really see anything until the internet's always going to give you a still photo or something. So they're going to show you. And I said, this has to be the single dumbest thing I've ever seen someone do, just based on all the circumstances right after what had just happened to him. So earlier in the week, at one of the media availabilities, the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, did say that he has gotten all the information he needs. They know additional things now. They know what was going on, and he has made a decision on what's going to happen with Ja. But out of respect for the NBA Finals and these two teams, that they were going to reserve putting that information out and levying the suspension or whatever the punishment will be on Ja until after the finals are completed. So it's kind of like one of those wait till we get home moments, when you did something wrong and you was out and your mama told you, "Oh, wait till we get home." I'm like, "Woo hoo hoo. I got something for you, boy. You acting out, you showing your butt in this store, wait till I get home." This is exactly what John's going to do right now with the NBA, right? A lot of people or insiders are saying they think Ja could be suspended up to half the season. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Maybe 25 games. Who knows, man? Maybe up until Christmas or after Christmas. Maybe he comes back after All-Star break. Who knows what it's gonna be? It could be less than that, really. We don't really have any precedence for this. Now I will say, I guess Gilbert Arenas got suspended the time he did. I was talking to my wife about it. She was like, "Well, she was the one who told me that Ja's, I guess the shade room must have had this or something. That Ja Morant's defense is it was a toy gun. Uh, People have been suspended for less than that. Gilbert Arenas, if you remember, was in the warm up line with his fingers motioning like he had a gun. We never saw him touch a gun at all, and he got suspended. So the toy gun thing, like what did my guy Hove say, man? A gun in your hand and that's all you can come up with. Like you had all this time to come up with a defense, and that's your defense. It was a toy gun. No, 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 Jock. Come on, man. We not buying that, man. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And I wanted to kind of be sympathetic towards him. And when you hear that that's the defense, it's almost like, okay, I don't think this boy learned yet, man. Like, or he's getting bad advice from somebody or something. Like, at this point, it is what it is, man. You're gonna get suspended. You just lost, potentially lost, or not potentially, it has happened now. You didn't make the all NBA team. If this doesn't happen, he's an all NBA guy. I'm 99.9% sure, based on his team being the 2 seed, based on the season he had, numbers wise, he's an all-star, all that stuff. He was gonna be in there as an all NBA guy. You just lost $40 million for the first offense and you come back right afterwards and do this after in the press conference to end the season, you say, "It's my fault. I got to be better. I can't be a distraction." And you do this again. And I heard people say you should be able to have guns and you should be able to do this. And that's why I say I didn't really want to touch on this topic because it's just so many different aspects of this that is like, but at the end of the day, what we do have to do is be responsible for our own actions, man. Only you can be responsible for what you do. You know, nobody literally put a gun to Jai's head and said, "You got to hold this gun on IG Live." Nobody's making you go on IG Live. I'm a dinosaur. Y'all can see the gray hair in my face and all that, man. And I wore my hat today because I didn't shave my head, but I don't understand for the life of me why you need to go on live anyway. And if you are going to go on live, or if your friend is going to go on live, why do we need to be playing music and showing the gun, man? I don't like. It's just it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. That's it. Like, and I've heard people say, "Oh, his dad needs to talk to him." Like, at some point, somebody and I think you have to speak to people who've been there before too. So maybe this is a cry for help. I don't know. That's why I've reserved judgment and not been so harsh on the young man, because obviously something's not clicking to him. You know, either he's a knucklehead for real, or he just doesn't know how to deal with everything that's going on in his life. And now I got some young siblings who are around Jai's age, and nephew who's a little bit older than Jai, some that's a little bit younger than Jai, who I try to talk to, and I don't try to preach to them. I try to let them live their life, but try to give them some advice. What I do know is a lot of times with young people, man, they think they know it all, just like Earl knows it all. And when I was that age, I thought I know it all too, but that is definitely facetious. You have to learn something from somebody who's been there before, man. Uh, I remember the viral clip last season of LeBron telling Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bain and all them guys, "Hey, y'all be respectful, man. Just because y'all you know respect what's going on here. I'm still LeBron. Just because y'all winning this game, y'all need to relax." And they say they want to smoke with everybody, but you have to respect something, man. You have to respect those that have come before you, and just on a pure, hey, these guys, they're at where I'm at. They're the face of the league. I want to be there. Or maybe he doesn't want to be there, but I've been thrust into this situation where I'm headed towards being the face of the league. I need to go talk to LeBron. I need to go talk to Steph Curry, or one of these guys who've been in the league. Chris Paul again, who's been the player president, of the union. Guys who've been there, who were young guys who came into this league in a case of a LeBron and has not had any missteps. You can say a misstep was saying he's taking his talents to Miami, but if that's what you got, that's a guy you want to go talk to, man. Now, I'm all for competing and saying, hey, you want to smoke with them, and we want them and all that, but you are a entity at this point. You're worth over $200 million in earnings that you've gotten. Nike, Gatorade, all this stuff. This is more than a game. This is big business. And maybe, you were thrust into this and didn't know that, this was going to come, and it came to you kind of fast, and you kind of trying to, but at some point you got to stop and say, okay, I can't. My homeboys who I'm with, who ain't never did this before, I love y'all. Y'all can kick it with me, but I got to go holler at these people who know. And I saw Tony Allen when he was on KG Certified a couple weeks ago. A guy that's in Memphis, has been in Memphis, played for Memphis, has some ties there, said he's reached out to him and hasn't gotten a response. KG, another guy who's been through that, who's seen the ups and downs of this, man, who, grew up and been in some hood situations, but also, and you can be hood, you can be yourself. Nobody's telling you not to be yourself, but you got to be smart too, as well, for your own safety. Because these guys out here in the streets, man, they playing for keeps. So if they think you got the heat on you, they not, even if they don't think you got the heat on you, they not asking no questions. They coming to see you, or they want to test and see, is it really what you say it is? Because they don't have nothing to live for. But you have a child, you have, a beautiful future ahead of you. You are affecting so many different people's lives. So I know a lot of people say it's not worth. I mean, he shouldn't get suspended. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't break a law. I think for his own good, he needs to sit with himself for a moment and get his life together and understand what he wants to do. Now, I don't know that he can do that just with this summertime, based on kind of what he's doing now, or based on, the last 8 game suspension he got, a month he had off to go to rehab or whatever it was. He needs to really take some time to do some work and say, okay. And like I said, that's an opportunity where maybe he can reach out to a guy like a Tony Allen or a Zebo, Zach Randolph, or a LeBron James, or a Steph Curry, one of those guys, and say, hey, man, I'm spiraling. I don't got the answers. I need you to kind of, can I get some game from you? How did you deal with this? Nobody's ever been through what LeBron has been through, man. No, the hype from high school all the way. So he is the perfect person to go holler at. And I know you want to beat him, and I know that's a rival that you're trying to get at and all that stuff, but I would hope that he would be able to link with somebody like that. And I'm not telling you got to be buttoned up like LeBron, or LeBron is my age, so these guys look at LeBron like an old man. They probably don't. Like I said, I get how the kids move, and they want to do TikTok dances and listen to NBA YoungBoy and all that, but you also have to talk and seek out the people who have been there before you. So if John Morant ever sees this, I don't know. If somebody in his family sees this, whatever, cool. But I'm just want to put that out there in the atmosphere that hopefully he can link with someone that has been through this, can get some information from them, help. You need a mentor, essentially, man. A guy that can kind of help him, who he can call on and say, hey, man, it's a lot going on right now. I ain't know I was gonna be the face of the league. I didn't know, I got Nike who they want me to be the guy. I got Gatorade want me to be the guy. The league is pushing me. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't even recruited that highly. I was, I just wanted to hoop. This ain't just a game, man. It's more than a game, and it's $1 billion at stake. That's why you're getting the pressure from the league to put you back in. They should have helped you and saw that you were spiraling and said, hey, no, we need to sit down and really get right. But they thought, okay, maybe this guy, he hasn't had any prior situations or anything. We can get him back out on the court. It's the best of both worlds. We clean this up. It's a PR issue. This ain't a PR issue anymore. It's you need to get your life in order and figure out what you want to be thing. So that's my soapbox with the John Morant thing, man. I hope that he gets, some clarity on what he needs to do going forward. I'm praying for the young man. I'm not going to down him and talk bad about him or call him stupid or say. I will say the acts that he has done is stupid, but I don't know what he's going through. I never had $200 million at 23 and, had to navigate through all that and have the whole, world, probably what you feel like the whole world is on your back. So, and being a father and all that stuff, trying to navigate through all that, so many people pulling you different ways. So I get it. Like I said, hopefully everything works out for him. We'll see what the suspension is after the finals. And at this point, basketball is secondary to his life, in my opinion. And not even on, oh, he's going to kill himself. Just sometimes you got to self-evaluate and say, okay, what am I doing? Let me get myself back together. Let me get rooted and grounded into something real. And then, let me move forward with a plan of action to make sure that I can be as successful as I want to be, whatever that looks like to him. And, for his child's sake and his family's sake and all the people that love him, hopefully that happens. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Earl Knows It All. It's been a great season so far, man. I'm really enjoying talking basketball with you all, a little bit of entertainment as well. I saw a couple movies and stuff too that I want to get into a little bit later on, maybe this week or at the top of next week, that I'll maybe do some reviews on. So we'll see. But again, tell a friend, man. Like and subscribe. Do me a favor. Right now, stop what you're doing. Subscribe to my channel, man. We're giving you great content. We're going to pick back up as well on our daily affirmations and all that too. I apologize. Like I said, life has been life. And so I've been out here living life a little bit, trying to spend time with the family since school's out and enjoy them. So again, thank you guys, man. Like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and stay tuned. We'll be back.